This is my yard, and this area along the fence line has been overgrown for years. And my goal is to clean it up in one day for $0. I was willing to hire this out.
Yeah!
But then I got a quote and it was $700. So I thought, I can do this in one day, right? Is that rain? I'm also doing this so I can hang out with my neighbors, but it's kind of hard to get to the fence right now with this mess. And I can't just mow it. There are huge branches, there's baby trees in the way, and I can't do all of this with my mower or by hand. So I'll be using the tools I already have to completely clean this out. But did I mention that most of my power tools are battery, not gas? Yeah, I'm not sure that's gonna get me through the day, but I'm going to try. My plan is to clean every big branch and trim any trees along the fence lines, enough for me to be able to clean this up with a mower next time. Then, I gotta figure out what to do with the debris, but probably burn it. Yes, all of that today. And the clouds are looking very promising right now.
Let's go!
Oh no. I gotta fill the tire.
We're off to a great start!
Wheelbarrow fixed. Now I was ready to start cleaning, but I realized the massive work I had ahead of me. So I guess I'm just gonna start from one corner and then work my way up to the end of the fence line. Most people put up fences so they don't have to look at their neighbors. But I, on the other hand, want to clean this up so I can look at mine. If you've seen some of my past projects, you might have seen Oreo. She usually likes to come to this side of the pasture in the evening, and if I'm working outside, she's not shy, she'll come and say hi. But it's hard for me to get through this mess and interact with her, so I'm hoping that by the end of the day, this fence will be clean enough for her to come and say hi. That was the first strip out of many, and that was the first branch out of the massive pile that I was about to make. But I was determined to reclaim my yard from the forces of nature, armed with nothing but determination and a questionable understanding of yard work. The reason this area is so overgrown is because it's full of trees, so branches fall all the time. And now, I gotta pick up all these mower destroying landmines because running over a log with a mower will send my mower into early retirement and my sanity with it. And every time I go to mow the yard, I don't feel like picking up all the branches, so the fence line just kinda gets overlooked, and over the years, it's just got pretty bad. And when I got quoted to clean this out, it made me realize how lazy I have been over the years, and I decided that I just want to get it done and over with. Luckily, I didn't have to do this alone. Misty was here for support.
Hi, Misty! Hi, Misty! You brought me a ball! Let me see that ball.
It was chilly a few minutes ago, but not anymore. I kept cleaning the same corner, and it looked like I was making a dent, but I was worried about how long it was taking me. With this type of work, I need all the energy I can get. So I'm really excited to tell you about AG1 because it's one of the easiest things you can do for your health every day. AG1 is so much more than your greens. It's your daily drinkable scoop of vitamins, minerals, probiotics, and whole food source ingredients in one, validated by research and formulated for you. It helps your body, brain, and gut health thrive. I like drinking AG1 with cold water or with ice because it's getting hot. And they have travel packets, so when I'm on the go, I don't have to miss my AG1 daily routine. The flavor reminds me of my childhood when I had to take vitamins. You remember those chewable Flintstones? That's what this tastes like to me. I love that AG1 supports my energy levels without the caffeine crash you get from coffee. And AG1 gives you the vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients from whole foods that help you cover your nutritional gaps. So to try AG1, go to drinkag1.com/DIY-Tiff, or you can scan the QR code to subscribe and save $20 off your first subscription of AG1. Thank you, AG1, for sponsoring this video. If you've been watching my channel for a while, then you already know Misty, the real boss around here. What I don't mention in every video is that Misty isn't actually our dog. She belongs to Tony's mom who lives right in front of us, but don't tell Misty that because as far as she's concerned, she owns me. Every time I'm working outside, the second Misty hears me, she comes over because she knows I'm a total pushover and I will play catch with her. She acts like my supervisor, monitoring my progress, judging my choices, and taking mandatory ball throwing breaks. Misty's 5 years old, and I've known her since she was a tiny puppy. She was ridiculously cute. Actually, scratch that, she still is. Just with a little bit more I'm in charge attitude now.
I want to get rid of all these branches that are just like going off everywhere. So let me see if the hedge trimmer will take them down. They might be too thick. If not, I'll get the chainsaw out. Nope. I feel like a chainsaw is too much for these little ones.
I have a few garden tools here, and I'm really hoping it's enough to get this job done. I've got a hedge trimmer, a weed eater, and a chainsaw, but they're all battery operated. Now, if you're wondering why no gas tools, well, that's because I find the pull start infuriating. Half of the time I can't get them going at all, but over the years, battery power tools have gotten so much better. They're lighter, quieter, and way easier to handle.
Why is it not coming out?
So I've gotten myself a few. That being said, battery power tools can only do so much. When it comes to heavy duty work, like I'm tackling today, gas power tools might be a better fit. Now I do have a push mower and a riding mower. Both of these are gas powered because, well, this yard is pretty big, but they do have their moments. After fighting with the string multiple times, I finally finished this section, and what a difference.
What do you think? Do you remember what it looked like? It's such a big difference. Like, I know this is just like leaves and branches and stuff, but it was so bad. And actually, this was the easy part. I'm about to run into that mess over there. But I'm a little worried about these clouds. Is that rain? That is rain.
Luckily, it was just sprinkling, and since I was determined to finish this today, I kept going.
Tiffany, do you know what time it is?
What?
11:30.
It's 2 hours and I only did that corner. I'm a little worried about getting this done in one day. There's a lot of thick branches here, so I'm getting the chainsaw.
I don't normally like to work outside, but I think I know the real reason why I hate it so much. My first job was at Disney inside Magic Kingdom, and my main job was inside of a restaurant that had AC, but Disney had this thing where you can pick up extra hours if you wanted to make extra money. So I decided to pick up extra hours, but the chef was selling frozen lemonades from a stand under the sun during the summer. When I started my shift, I had a 5-minute training and they went over 2 main rules. The first rule, under no circumstances, I could leave the lemonade stand unattended.
Okay, I gotta start pulling stuff out of here.
Pull, pull, pull.
Because the cash register was locked and attached to it. Leaving cash unattended was a big no-no. The second rule was that you couldn't eat or drink any of the merchandise, especially if it wasn't paid for, but also because it would ruin the magic. You were only allowed to drink out of an approved bottle of water that they provided. But since I didn't normally work in that area, I was never given one. I have seen people be walked out and lose their jobs over this, so I knew they weren't playing around. Disney was very, very strict. After my 5-minute crash course on what to do, the lady in charge walked me to the area that I was going to be stationed in, and it happened to be in front of the castle. She let me know that someone would check on me every couple of hours or so to make sure that the lemonade didn't need to be refilled, and eventually to give me a break. I noticed she had a radio on her and I asked if I could get one. She says since I was only there for 1 day, I could not get a radio. I thought that was odd, but I didn't think it would be a big deal.
You gonna get it? Go get it. Go, Misty. Go. Go. Go get it.
Since I was stationed in front of the Magic Kingdom castle, it was a very high traffic area, so it was pretty busy right away. People started buying lemonade, soda, and water. All I did was take orders, take payments, give in the product. It was a very simple job. I really have to pee. 2 hours passed by. No one came to check on me.
Should be going a lot faster if we had one of those.
By the 3rd hour, I was out of lemonades. By the 4th hour, I had memorized the castle's show music and all of their dance routines. I felt reasonably confident that I could perform it if I have to, because they play the same show over and over every 30 minutes. I had a huge line of people coming to the lemonade stand, and I had to tell each person that I didn't have any lemonade. They looked at me like I was crazy, like, why didn't you just leave and get more lemonade? But I couldn't. If I left the lemonade stand with the cash there, that would have been my last day working there. So I had to stand there and wait for somebody to save me. Not only that, but it was 90 degrees directly under the sun, and I was starting to feel dehydrated. They still hadn't checked on me. I still didn't have any water. I still couldn't touch the merchandise. Since this wasn't my area, I didn't know anyone that worked there. I also didn't know how to call the lemonade people directly. Magic Kingdom is a big park with over 15,000 employees every day. Plus, if I was caught talking on a cell phone, that would also ruin the magic.
Are you getting rained on?
Therefore, I feared I'd be fired for that too. I was only 17 years old and this was my first job, and I was just scared to lose it.
I think we should go to lunch.
You think?
Yeah. Maybe the rain will pass.
By the 5th hour, I was so dehydrated I thought I was going to faint. I started considering grabbing a bottle of water, but I was still scared. I felt like crap. I thought I was gonna faint for real.
I hate this. Everything's wet. It's nasty. My shoes are wet. My socks are wet. My gloves are wet. Misty's wet. And today's the only day that was small chance of rain, which in Florida, small chance of rain means it's definitely gonna rain. The next couple days, it's just rain all day. So I gotta get these done.
So back to the Disney story. The music that we were playing at the castle every 30 minutes sounded muffled at this point. I didn't feel good. By the 6th hour, finally, a lemonade cast member came by. She asked, "Have you gotten a break yet?" And with barely any energy, I told her I had been there for 6 hours without food or water. Her eyes got wide. She asked, "Are you serious?" I said, "I'm really thirsty." So she quickly grabbed a bottle of water and handed it to me. I freaked out saying, "I don't want to get in trouble." She reassured me, "You're not getting in trouble. Drink this water right now and let me know if you need more." She called someone over the radio and told them they needed to send someone right away to replace me. She told me to go, that she would watch over the stand until someone came to take over. I told her thank you. And by the way, you're out of lemonades. Ever since working that shift, I've always been hesitant to work outside, especially when it's hot.
I didn't expect it to bounce back.
Every day is a wonderful day. Who knows what we'll see? It could be anything.
Why didn't you throw that one?
Ouch. It's getting tall. It's taller than me already.
I cleaned each section the same way. I got rid of all the tangle weeds with a hedge trimmer, the thick branches I hit them with a chainsaw, and once I got all the big stuff out of the way, I used the rake to clean everything off the ground. Some branches were a little stubborn though. Part of the reason I chose to do this project now is because I didn't want to do it during the summer. At least it's not 90 degrees right now. And full transparency, that's now how Disney operated all the time. I worked there for years, and that was just a bad day. Most days were good.
The chain came off. There you go. Okay, things good.
I struggled with this tangle so long, Tony felt bad for me and offered to tackle this part so I could take a break.
Misty, Misty, come on. So you gotta swing like Tarzan?
They're not coming down. Wait, maybe if I...
What is it? I know, she's doing something silly. I know. Well, you got something out of there. There you go. Oh, it's moving. It's moving. It's moving. It's moving.
It's only stupid if it doesn't work.
I think you got it almost out. There you go.
Monster truck!
I am proud of you. Thank you. Because I did not want to deal with that. I was going to leave it up there.
Alright, that you're gonna have to chop off with the chainsaw. I got the tangle.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Oh wait, that's the microphone. You can't give me a high five.
High five, everybody. You want to cut this thing? The secure button up there, press that and trigger at the same time. There you go. Thank you. You are done. Why is everything so tangled? I was almost halfway through cleaning along the fence. The difference was night and day. So this part right here has a bunch of palm trees. Well, I don't think they're considered palm trees yet. I don't know, but I see these everywhere, and when they're big, they grow really pretty. I am gonna cut some of them off, like some of the leaves. Anything that's leaning on the floor, I'm gonna cut out so that I can get a mower in here and so that they just grow up. Before I start in that section, we have to start burning that pile. I don't think we'll be able to burn it all in one day, because if we burn it all at once, yeah, we don't want to burn down the whole neighborhood. So, I do have 2 wheelbarrows. Do you want to race and see who gets to the fire pit first? Let's go. Set. Go. I have short feet.
Fire burn. Cauldron bubble.
Tony tried her best to get the fire going, but it would go out pretty quickly. Most of these branches were wet due to the rain. It was hard to get it going, so we decided that the burning will happen another day after it all dries. But one of my neighbors came to light up my day. I call him Hermoso. You will be tempted to say Hermoso, but the H in Spanish is silent, so it's Hermoso, which translates to beautiful for a male. If you were saying it for a female, it would be Hermosa. Are you peeking? Are you peeking? There you go.
This one I call Shadow. She saw that I was giving out treats and she couldn't miss out on it.
Look at that big old nose. Look at that big old nose. Aren't you so cute?
I was keeping an eye out for Oreo, but she was hanging out pretty far away. But once she realized there were treats involved, she made her way over pretty quick.
Oreo! I love Oreo. Oh, I can get to you now. Before, all this was blocked. And I couldn't say hi unless I went to the other side. Oh, I'm so happy. Yes, we can be besties now. Here you go. Oops, sorry. Oreo's my favorite. She's so pretty. Honestly, she looks like a cookie some cream, but for some reason I like Oreo. Oh, you're jealous. You want some more, huh?
Usually in the evenings is when they show up on this side of the pasture, so they're right on time to say hi. And I was really glad that I got the fence cleaned up enough to interact with my neighbors. I only got a little over halfway done along the fence, but the rest of the fence isn't as overgrown and doesn't need as much cleaning as I have been doing. It was starting to get dark and I decided that I should try to mow the areas I cleaned out. I've had this lawnmower for a few years and I think it sounds like it's dying, but I usually give it a few minutes to warm up and it works most of the time.
I think I'm done for today.
Monster trucks. Beef jerky. Grr. No, you're right. It's dead.
It would have been cool if that actually worked.
I know, right? Please.
Are you okay? Let it rest. We'll try it later. I think that I got a lot done in one day. I was hoping that I get the mowing done, and I think I would have. Maybe if, you know, even if I worked till dark, if this would have not died, I would have. The only thing I didn't get done was getting rid of that pile. There's no way. Look, it's raining again. There's no way to make a fire. It's gonna rain for the next few days, so that pile is definitely gonna be a later problem. But this is how much I accomplished in one day.
I was a bit disappointed I couldn't get everything done in one day like I wanted to, but I got more than enough done. With the rest, I can just do it as regular yard maintenance. I got all the big branches clean, trees are trimmed up, and I just didn't get to burn the debris, but at least I got to hang out with Misty and I got to see Oreo. Thank you Patreons and members for your support. You guys are awesome, and I will see everyone on the next video.
Yeah, just this little part right here is bothering me.
Now can we have pizza?
That sounds good.